The life of Lucille Ball is often remembered for laughter, brilliance, and the timeless comedy she brought to television. But behind the scenes of her incredible career, there were also complicated relationships and moments of deep personal conflict. Best known as the unforgettable star of the groundbreaking sitcom I Love Lucy, Lucille Ball became one of the most influential figures in entertainment history. Her comedic timing, fearless physical humor, and sharp intelligence helped transform television during the 1950s, turning her into a household name across America and eventually around the world. Yet while audiences saw a woman who could make millions laugh, those who worked closely with her often witnessed a far more intense and determined personality. Ball was famously demanding when it came to professionalism, loyalty, and respect, and when she felt someone had betrayed her trust or threatened her vision, the conflict could become deeply personal. Over the years, one particular rivalry became the subject of endless Hollywood gossip: her complicated and often bitter relationship with fellow television icon Joan Crawford. While both women were legends in their own right, they represented very different worlds of entertainment. Crawford had built her reputation as a glamorous movie star during the golden age of Hollywood, starring in dramatic films such as Mildred Pierce, which earned her an Academy Award. Ball, on the other hand, rose to fame through television comedy, a medium that many traditional film stars initially considered less prestigious. Their paths crossed in Hollywood circles during the 1950s and 1960s, and from the beginning, their personalities clashed. Lucille Ball was known for her straightforward, often blunt honesty, while Crawford cultivated a highly polished and sometimes intimidating public image. According to many accounts from people who worked around them, Ball found Crawford's behavior overly dramatic and difficult to deal with, while Crawford reportedly viewed Ball's comedic success with skepticism. The tension between the two women became particularly visible during Crawford's brief involvement with Ball's company, Desilu Productions. After the death of her husband, Desi Arnaz's departure from the company, Ball took full control of Desilu and became one of the first female studio executives in Hollywood. It was an extraordinary achievement at a time when the entertainment industry was dominated by men. However, leadership also meant navigating difficult personalities and power struggles. When Crawford briefly served on the Desilu board, the working relationship reportedly deteriorated quickly. Ball, who valued efficiency and discipline, allegedly found Crawford's approach disruptive and exhausting. Stories circulated through Hollywood that their interactions were icy at best, explosive at worst. While some of these accounts may have been exaggerated over time, as Hollywood stories often are, the reputation of their rivalry persisted for decades. For Lucille Ball, conflict was never something she took lightly. She had fought for years to earn respect in an industry that initially dismissed her as just another actress. When she finally achieved control over her own production company, she guarded that success fiercely. Anyone she believed threatened the stability of her work or the loyalty of her colleagues quickly found themselves on the wrong side of her formidable personality. In Ball's world, professionalism and trust were everything, and when those values were challenged, her patience could disappear almost instantly. Despite the rumors and dramatic stories, it is important to remember that Hollywood rivalries are often shaped by gossip, media exaggeration, and the passage of time. Both Ball and Crawford were powerful women navigating an industry that frequently pitted female stars against each other. In reality, their conflict may have been less about personal hatred and more about two strong personalities clashing in a competitive environment. Yet the legend of their feud continues to fascinate fans because it reveals a different side of Lucille Ball, the fiercely determined leader behind the laughter. Even with these conflicts, Ball's legacy remains overwhelmingly positive. She revolutionized television comedy, opened doors for women in entertainment leadership, and helped create shows that are still loved generations later. Programs like Star Trek and Mission Impossible were produced under Desilu's leadership, proving that her influence extended far beyond her own performances. In the end, Lucille Ball was not just a comedian but a pioneer who reshaped the television industry. The stories of rivalry and tension may add intrigue to her life story, but they do not overshadow the extraordinary achievements that made her one of the most important figures in entertainment history.